things, okay? Well, not too bad. I'm getting better. A little practice here and there, getting better. Who knows what's going to happen? I keep trying to practice, but, it doesn't always happen. Busy people, especially lately. We just got back not too long ago from going on a family trip, and we went down to Orlando to visit my son down there, and it was him and his twin sister Amanda's 21st birthday. So we took them to Epcot Center where they could drink around the world. I don't drink, but that's all right. They can. I don't mind. They had a great time. We all had a great time, actually. We had a really, really fun time going. But that meant that practicing during that time. And I've been thinking, why am I not progressing as well as what I want to be? So I had to really think about it. And I go, well, when I do practice, I practice hard. I practice a lot when I get the chance. Just why am I not advancing as fast as I want to be? Is it because I'm expecting too much out of myself? Could be. Not sure. So what I did was to take a look at this is I had to figure out what it was that I really wanted. What did I want to get out of all this? What is it? What is my ultimate goal in all of this? You know, the practicing, the time that I'm taking, the money that's being spent on this. What is my ultimate goal? And I think because I didn't have focus. I was doing a lot of different things, but none of them were really helping me get to where I wanted to go. And part of the problem was I didn't know where I was trying to go to. So I sat down and I wrote down a few things to help me out. I took a good look at myself, took a look at what I wanted to do, where I was, and after writing some things down, and I figured out what it was that I needed to do to get to my ultimate goal. So I have an ultimate goal, and then I have long-term goals, then there's intermediate goals and short goals. You know, you got to break it down. You're not going to get your ultimate goal in a week. This is something that I'm going to be working on probably for next year. So I wrote down my ultimate goal was to play comfortably in front of people. The other thing I wanted to learn to do was play Crazy Train. But, hey, I'm starting to get that down now that I got the boss over here looking for and playing it, and it sounds more like Crazy Train than what I was doing before. So to get to this ultimate goal, what did I need to do? Not scales. Nobody really wants to sit down and listen to somebody play scales. I mean, that's boring. And I don't want to bore people. So, I'm boring enough without having to do that. So I looked at what I wanted to do. So I came up with about 16 songs that I could possibly learn, And the songs that we're talking about, there was kind of a mixture, and there are some of the songs that I'm working on. You might have recognized some of them, some you might not have. I'm beginning guitarist, not the greatest, so maybe some of them you didn't catch on, or maybe they weren't in the genre that you were listening to. But like Wagon Wheel, Killing Me Softly, Dock of the Bay is going to be one of them. Can't Help Falling in Love, House of the Rising Sun, Tennessee Whiskey. I really want to learn that one. That one's really fun. Take Me Home, Country Roads. That's one everybody can almost knows nowadays. Your Man, Great Day to Be Alive, Bad Moon Rising, Let Her Cry. That was in there. Can't You See What That Woman's Been Doing to Me? That was a little bit in there. Hallelujah. Now, Hallelujah is one where when I get to that point of learning it, my daughter knows that song. I'm going to see if she can't sing while I play, and that would be an incredible goal too. So that's kind of a side goal on there too. Summer of '69, that's more for my wife. She loves that song, so I'm going to try to learn it. Knocking on Heaven's Door, and then Lay Down Sally. So I'm going to try to learn those, and there's other goals that I have in here too. That's kind of like my long-term goal, because that's a lot of songs to learn. But other things I want to try to learn, because when you're playing comfortably in front of other people, you also want to play with other people. You want to jam with them. So I also want to learn the 12-bar blues, and I'm getting that down. I have A, E, and D down. My G, I'm having some trouble with my fingers switching over to the F minor, F7 I should say. So it's both the standard and the quick version of it. I'm getting there. Also learning the 12-bar blues shuffle, dun 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 dun, dun, like that, to go with it. And that's why I got a looper. I bought a looper. I got to learn how to use it yet. I bought this Ditto. Give me 1 second here. I bought this Ditto. Hopefully you can see that. We got that Ditto, and I got to learn how to use it. That way I can play the 12-bar blues. And then I can play the 12-bar blues shuffle along with it, get them both down, and then start learning how to do like a solo with them. It's going to take some time, but that's also how you get comfortable in playing in front of people and playing with others, because if I can keep a good rhythm going with and then listen to it and keep a good rhythm going again, and then doing a solo with it, I think I would be comfortable enough to jam with other people along with it. So other thing in here is better understanding of how the scales work together, because that's when I'm going to do the solo, is when I'm using all the different scales together in the certain keys, so that I can go with the shuffle and create some solos that way. So my short-term goal I have down is working on 2 of the songs that I have up above. I've kind of got Wagon Wheel and Killing Me Softly down pretty good. I'm not sure what one I'm going to do next along with it. We'll have to see. Also, keeping up with my online lessons. I'm still doing the Justin guitar stuff, and I think that's good. I'm learning quite a bit from that, so that's good. Short-term goal is learn both patterns from one of the keys for the 12-bar blues. Like I said, I got them mostly down except for G. I don't know why that one gives me so hard. Then I'm going to work on the scales. Marty Music came out with a free scales practice thing that I'm gonna try. I know I've been working with Justin Guitar, and really I should be sticking with just one, teacher at a time. But I really think that mixing it up a little bit and learning from different people would be a good thing. Work on my palm and finger muting with each practice session, so I can work with that when I'm working on my scales, making sure that I'm learning how to palm mute and stuff, because that will help me out in making sure that there's not any extra noise that's going on, like an extra chord or a note coming out where it shouldn't be. And I think that's going to help me get some of it, so I can be comfortable in playing in front of people. I'm going to try to learn some of the settings on the amp with the Boss Katana. I've been messing with it. I've been learning different tones with it and reading up on what the different switches and stuff on there make, how to make it so it sounds a little more rock, a little bit more country. Then there's clean channel, of course. So I've been working on that, and I got some stuff down that I particularly like. I have not hooked it up to the computer yet to download off the internet anything for it, but I want to learn it myself before I go with what other people have done, because I think that if I'm going to go with pedals in the future, this has got the pedals hooked up to it, the Katana does, and if I can figure out what sounds pretty decent with what, I can figure out which pedals I might want to buy in the future. So messing with that has been fun. It's been interesting. Like I said, I got some of it down. One of these on here I have is practice for at least 15 minutes a day. That's not going to happen. Not with my work schedule. You know, when you work 12 hours, then you also have drive time there, drive time back. You got to get some sleep. You got to eat. You got to get ready. Just not enough hours in the day to get all that done. It's just really, really difficult. But I'm going to try and whenever I can get at least 15 minutes in. So even if it's just strumming the songs, not really doing much more, at least I'm going to be doing that, and that'll help with muscle memory. So I'm hoping I can get at least 10 to 15 minutes in. Not sure, but we're going to try. Also learn the fretboard. So I'm going to study the fretboard a little bit, and I have it down in here, you know, all about the fretboard, where all the different ones are. But I think that by doing some of the power chords, that's going to help me out too. Understanding how the notes are, or you know, like if you're on A, you know, which is your low E string, on the 5th fret, if you go to the 3rd string and up 2 more to 7, the 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, you're back at another A. So by doing that and learning how to do that, and that's pretty much a pattern in there, like the what is it? The G is the low E string, 3rd fret, go up to the 3rd string, up 2 more to the 5th fret, you get another G. The other also the low string and the high string at the same time. That's going to be whatever note you're on. Like if you're on A on the low E string, then you can be on A on the high E string in that same fret, on that same fret. So I'm kind of getting that down, kind of learning it. I'm enjoying it still, loving it, but I had to get really focused because I was like getting frustrated. I was practicing, but I wasn't feeling like I was getting anywhere because I was so over here. Now I'm over here. What about this? What about that? What about the, what? Hold on. Let's figure out what we want to do here, Richie. Let's figure out what it is that we're trying to get to. So that's why I sat down. That's why I took a look at that. I made up some goals for myself. And believe it or not, just by doing it for a couple of weeks, I'm already seeing a mass improvement because the focusing in, I now realize there's more songs that I'm starting to learn and I'm getting down than I thought I knew. And it's been kind of fun to realize that. Oh, and I've also been standing up with my other guitar because I got a strap with that. Standing up to practice and watching TV a little bit while I'm doing it. So it's becoming second nature where my hands are going to be. But that's what's been going on. I've also decided that in like 6 months time, hopefully I will have enough money saved up for a different guitar. I'm looking at an Epiphone. There's 2 Epiphones that I'm looking at. They're both from the Warren series. One is the Casino. It's a hollow body with P90 pickups. I'm not sure exactly how they really sound. Everything that I've read on it says that, oh yeah, they sound great. Okay, all right. We'll see. The other one was a Les Paul version of the Warren. And they have regular humbuckers on them, and maybe that will also help out with some of the songs that I'm trying to do because it'll give me that more of that gritty sound that I'm looking for with them, like Summer of '69 that's on there and Crazy Train when I'm doing that. I mean, I am able to get some of that hard rock sound out of the Katana, but I think that the humbucker will help out a lot. It's just difficult because we have so many things that we want to do. Like I said, we just got back from our trip, which wasn't cheap. But there's also things around the house that need to be done. So you're like, oh, geez, do I put money aside for a new guitar? Is that too selfish of me? Or do I do it slowly so it really doesn't affect too much, but it's still taking away from other things? But you know what? I got to start taking care of me. I started going back to the gym too. And I'm going back to school. Believe it or not, 53 years old and I'm heading back to school. What am I doing to myself? So I'm learning guitar, heading back to the gym, and I'm going back to school while working. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Well, I'm doing things for me finally. You know, after 26 years of being a dad and always putting the kids first, this past year I've started to put myself first, and I think that things are better. I'm happier. My wife actually is happier. The house is looking good. My kids are doing great. So why not do some stuff and work on me for a little bit, improve me. So, but that's what's going on. Hopefully in your world it's better. And you know, this is everything that I'm doing here with these YouTube videos and stuff. It's more for me to look back on, to see how I've improved with my guitar, also with my attitude towards things. Have I changed how I was, some of the things that I was thinking of? So, but if you can get something out of this, if you're watching this and you can get something out of this, you know, like learning how to, that you might have to focus in on a little something, learning, you know about the Boss Katana a little bit. There's other ones that are out there that do very, very similar things to the Boss Katana. I just really liked it. I liked the way that it looked, and I know that it's loud enough actually that if I wanted to gig, I could gig. But there's other ones out there, that the modeling ones that are great for beginners. If you can get something out of this, or if it would be helpful to you to just hear and just be like, yeah, I've been feeling that way too. Yeah, I've done that too. Hopefully you get something out of it. But if, you know, nobody sees this, this is more for me anyways. But hopefully you're along for the ride, and I hope that you guys have a great night. Catch you later.